Hello, everyone. Sorry for that interruption. Had to do something in real life, but we're back, and we last time we were talking about Ranma one half battle attacks or something too. I
Yep.
think we were doing
I
that, right? Huh?
was saying that if he needed an opponent to do the Dragon Punch, how come he could Dragon Punch the water?
Yeah, it's not really water per se. It's more the ice factor, the icy aura Ranma's got going on. Trying to make because it's more of the wind element, the cold wind element mixed with heat.
I guess that makes sense.
That's pretty much it. The water you were seeing, Ranma used that in the movie because he was trying to fight off that character with chopsticks when trying to save Akane, and he couldn't really go through it and didn't realize that water can go through chopsticks.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the reason why he started using water. So it's not necessarily water per se. He just used that when it was there for his Hiryo Shotenha.
No, I mean I thought that he used the Dragon Punch against the hot spring that turns people into dudes.
He did. That was in the second film. He used that powerful, confident blast attack, which I never knew he had until I did some research much later in my life of one half.
Okay.
But I think he's only used it once. He uses it more times, a little bit more in the manga than the anime, though. When it got a little bit more tad bit serious.
Alright.
Mm. But that's pretty much the gist of Wanma and Ryoga utilizing key attacks, and I think they're the only characters that use key attacks. I think Kolong uses it just to show Ryoga something. No, that was the breaking point he used.
Yeah.
The Boxai Tenket.
It only works on rocks.
Only locking out of the person. So how he's able to do that to Wanma, I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe he was just using. Oh no, he was using the terrain and everything to try to beat Wanma in a way, if I remember correctly. If that's how that episode went. So technically, Wanma's characters cannot kill each other. They severely beat each other to a pulp.
Yes.
That's interesting, I guess. And it's amazing that Shampoo, being the deadly Amazon chick, she barely does anything in an entire series. When you
Yeah.
when you think about it. But anyway, that was the Ranma one half portion of our conversation. As to continue part two of this now two-parter. Um, so we had Inuyasha, and we talked about Dragon Ball, which went into Ranma, which I guess is a fun is just a fun conversation to get into. Uh, you wanted to talk about Mega Man too?
Oh, that was just something I thought of. Mostly because we beat it. We beat the first one on the Legacy Collection on the PS4.
Yes, well, technically you beat it because I just kind of let you play it because I was like, saying, I'm so fucking done with this. This is just annoying at this point.
I we did half the levels.
Huh?
I feel like you did half the levels. I may
Well,
have done a bit
good getting there, but you'd have done more of the damage with the boss battles, depending at the end
yeah.
stage. Because I practically was saying this is so fucking annoying. I could care less at this point.
Yes. But I like that they left the pause glitch in, and the rewind did make it more possible because I suck at Mega Man.
Oh, me too. I'm still trying to beat Mega Man X.
Yes. That would help with that if I could get SharePlay to work. PlayStation Network is so annoying. I used to never get why people complain about it. Now I understand.
Yeah, I wonder if you mentioned something about there was probably an update that just they did something to it to make it a little bit more wonky than they should have.
Yeah, I heard that people were able to use it more reliably earlier in the year, but at some point they didn't update, and now SharePlay is very wonky. I should mute that.
And you were barely, I mean, you were able to get on my thing like once or twice and everything in the past couple of weeks or a month.
Yeah, it was usually a little bit like latency kind of laggy whenever I joined.
Yeah, and the only time you're able to see it is when I had to show my ass playing it. Well, not really not really me, but my gameplay of it, like earlier this week.
Yeah, we were on Twitch and somebody joined and told us what weapons to use. That was cool. I still feel bad about talking like them like they weren't there.
It's fine, Ben. I don't think he really
They didn't
cared.
say anything after that. What if they were upset?
I don't think that anyone cares. I mean, I'm barely a Twitch person. I try to stream shit, and it doesn't really get much traction. So it doesn't really matter at this point, dude.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I saw a video how to do it now, so I'll probably try again. You do have to use the ice cannon, so I have to save that.
All right.
Yeah, it is the ice cannon, not fire. Even though fire could burn some of those ledges, it's very hard to do and very weird. So just stick with ice. You'll be fine. But yeah, so beat Mega Man Legacy more for Ben than me because I want to beat Mega Man X so I can play the next game because reasons. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't remember if that's the one where you get to play as Zero or not. I don't remember. I
I
think
know you
it's.
can in X4, but that's because X4 is the only like Mega Man game I ever owned besides me buying the Legacy Collection last week.
Mm, I think I played Mega Man X5 when I rented it at Hollywood Video back in the day.
Mhm.
I never beat it though. I could only beat like one level, and I only got it because cool, Zero. He's got the energy sword,
Hell yeah.
and that's the only claim to fame for Zero existing is just for the cool factor.
Yes, though I ironically made him everybody's favorite.
Ironically. Yet his sword attacks barely. I mean, it does damage, but when you get to the concept of it, it's like it's kind of short range though compared to X Men and compared to X's X Buster.
Yes. Sometimes I feel like this game wasn't really designed for swordplay. You're right, it wasn't.
It just looks cool on screen because cool, slash
Yes.
strike, and everything X does is more through his sword and everything through through the boss attacks you gain after beating them. It's only through his sword. Like, does this really even count? Does this even matter? It just becomes a longer blade or a long range attack. Like, but it looks cool to do, and it makes you feel like you're doing something. So I'm not sure,
Yes.
or maybe I'm just become too cynical. What am I
Yes.
fighting for? And I'm not even at that point yet. So.
I think that's X4. I'm
Mm.
like, what are you even talking about? I'm like, oh wait, it's that part everybody makes fun of.
Because of the bad dubbing in the first
Yeah.
game.
I
And actually, I think we got cheated out of the opening theme songs of the X series because I saw it on YouTube once and that shit was good. And all we get was just like noise sounds, which is okay in hindsight, but it's like we could have had someone singing in the background as we're seeing these characters and we don't, so it sucks.
I didn't know there was vocals. I remember like the intro to X4 and how it was pretty cool, but I don't remember anyone singing. So you're right, that is weird.
I mean, yeah, the American we only get like no vocals and just more musical
The
themes
instrumental.
intro, but the Japanese it is clearly all anime esque. It is like someone is singing their heart out and it sounds awesome. Like we could have had this. Oh,
Damn, that sucks.
it does. We got cheated out of hearing someone sing, but it's Capcom, and I guess they wanted to Americanize it in a way. I guess.
Yeah.
Like,
There was,
wait, so Mega Man's not some chubby fat dude. He's just an actual robot who looks cool, and maybe some females wanna bang. I
which one are we
guess.
talking about?
Hmm.
Which one are we talking about?
The anime esque Mega Man X.
I'm
Why?
unsure of. Actually, I don't know any of this. I only played X4 as Zero and never beat it. Um, but yeah, apparently he is a robot. A
He
Reploid.
He's a robot, but he can become more than a robot. If at that point he could something, I guess I heard this from you. He could actually become a human or something.
Oh no, wait, are you talking about I am more than a machine?
Yeah,
That's actually not X. That's the original Mega Man, and that's something about it people hate.
he's more than a man or more than a robot.
No, the scene where that phrase comes from isn't canon, and people get mad at it.
It's canon.
It's not canon.
It's not.
It was added by the U.S. dubbers.
Oh, no wonder people got upset because it's not accurate.
Yes,
Okay.
it's actually totally different. Basically, it's part in the Japanese version. Wily is like, "Well, you caught me again. Too bad. I'm just gonna break out and do this all over again because you're a robot and you can't break Asimov's laws of robotics and you can't kill me." And Mega Man just kind of sits there like, "Man, do I even fucking matter?" But in the American version, he says that, and Mega Man says, "I am more than just a machine. Die, Wily," and then shoots him.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and everyone's like, "That is not how Mega Man behaves. How dare you?" And it's just vastly different from what happens in the Japanese version. Of course, when he shoots Wily in the American version, it's like a robotic decoy, and Riley gets away anyways.
So that just ends in a kind of dark way. That maybe he knew that he was a robot.
Sure, maybe he knew that he was a robot, but it would be weird. It's kind of like, ha, I know I'm not going to hurt you, so I'm going to pretend that I can totally fucking murder you if I wanted to, even though I know I can't.
Yeah, that does. Yeah, that does throw Mega Man into context because he's not a killer.
Yeah, that's why people get mad, because it makes it seem like Mega Man's like a bloodthirsty, crazy killer.
He's not though.
However, according to the place where I keep getting this information, which I'm not bringing up for a moment because I'm a little bit mad, I don't want to say that out loud. Nothing. Everything's fine. Um, but yeah, according to forget who it's according to, but anyhow, apparently Reploids are not bound by Asimov's laws. They're like free thinking. They're like alive.
Reploids.
Yeah,
I know the
X was
word. I remember it on X4 or something. Or 5.
yeah, that's what all the robots are in the X series. They're called Reploids. X was the first Reploid, and everybody else is based off of X.
So he does have a soul, I guess.
Yeah, they all have something called a DNA soul, apparently, which, weirdly enough, if you can access it and mess with its programming, you can change their physical appearance somehow, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Huh.
Well, apparently, like, energy, data, and a bunch of other shit in Mega Man is interchangeable in, like, weird ways. Like, apparently, viruses can manifest themselves into, like, energy and then further manifest themselves into, like, flesh. Like, and I don't know if this is a spoiler. Did I tell you this?
You should. It's fine.
Apparently, in one of the Mega Man games, a virus manifests itself into like a ghost-like energy and chases Mega Man. And there's an antivirus for the virus, but right now it's like a physical thing, so you can't just like download it into it. And the way they solve this is Zero downloads the antivirus onto his sword and hits the hologram with his sword, killing it. So shit like that is just all interchangeable in Mega Man.
Cool. Or is that not cool?
It depends on who you ask. It's pretty interesting.
Hmm.
But some people would like, basically, some people think that's neat, and the other people think that it's simplistic writing and all kinds of other opinions. But for the most part, people would either complain that it's too simplistic, or they would complain, or they just say that it's an interesting concept. I think it's neat.
Cool. So, Mega Man. Playing Mega Man and technically Mega Man X.
Yes. That was actually kind of all that I was like. We could talk about how we beat it and how it was hard. It was a
Mega
lot
Man is
easier.
hard. I don't think anyone's meant to actually beat a Mega Man game.
Oh yeah, I'm actually kind of sad because this is gonna be a long story, but basically back in like the era of Halo 3 and stuff, I watched Machinima and there was this one Machinima called Pre-Game Lobby that was pretty funny. But I wanted to make a GIF of something they said in the episode because like I've quoted it at Jay like 16 times since we started playing Mega Man. And basically, it's like some weird running gag in the episode where like it's a machinima, but it keeps cutting back to one of the characters in real life because it's like it's supposed to be like it's supposed to it's not like a how do I say this in the most simple way I can. The story is about people playing Halo 3. So it's filmed using Halo 3, but it's also about people playing it. So it's kind of like a meta joke that it keeps cutting away to this guy in real life because in this episode, he didn't feel like playing Halo and he played something else.
Hmm.
But he played Echo the Dolphin, which is apparently a game for kids, but that makes no sense at all. So it just shows him playing it, and he's like, I don't understand how to play this game.
Echo the Dolphin, that Sega game from back in the 90s?
Yes. And
Ew.
it's like a part where he's just like staring at the TV and his nose starts bleeding. He's just staring at the TV. It's like playing this game is a psychic damage on his soul. But there's one part where he's talking to his friend and he's like, "Yeah, I'm playing Echo the Dolphin. How is a 9-year-old supposed to beat this game?" And I wanted to make a gif of that moment.
Well, from what I remember, seeing that image of Echo, all I remember is that you're supposed to go up and down and use echolocations or some shit like that, I guess.
I don't know. They edited the gameplay a lot, so it made it look like the dolphins were talking and saying crazy shit.
Interesting. I've never played Echo the Dolphin, so I wouldn't know.
According to the Halo 3 Machinima pre-game lobby, it is a soul-sucking experience.
Wow, I gotta look that up on YouTube.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's gone. They all got taken down.
The actual footage of them saying that?
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna look up gameplay of this Echo thing.
Oh, yeah, you can do that. I have no idea what Echo the Dolphin is about.
It was on Sega, that's all I remember. But interesting, interesting.
Yeah. Basically just the meme. How is a 9-year-old supposed to beat this game?
How was a 9-year-old supposed to beat Mega Man without knowing any of the cheat codes because there was no such thing as cheats back in the day?
Yes.
I mean, I played Mega Man on Nintendo and it totally sucked for me.
Yes, the rewind function helps a whole lot.
Rewind functions are awesome, and they also have it on that Disney afternoon game too, for Chip and Dale, DuckTales, Tailspin, and Darkwing Duck.
Cool.
And I wanted you to play Chip and Dale with me because you never played it before.
And SharePlay was a jerk about it.
Yeah, well, we'll get there eventually. Then I'll let you play Chip and Dale
Yeah.
because the music's pretty good. It's pretty accurate to the series.
Sweet.
And apparently, maybe it's due to my age. I actually got to be more. I got to. I'm actually more better with some of the levels compared to when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But then again, rewind function helps.
Yeah.
And the same thing with the Aladdin Lion King game too on Sega. Well, now on PlayStation Network, which I got, and I played Aladdin, and I loved it. Even though I still need to try to beat it, and I can't help but think, I feel like after all this time, since I was like 9 or 10 years old playing this, I never could get to a certain point in this game that always killed me, and yet I am able to do this now, and I'm wondering if I should go through that door and beat it.
So much psychological trauma is behind that door.
Yes, because I don't think I was ever meant to beat this damn game. It seems
We
so final. It's not like it's a JRPG. It's something I actually played as a kid and put some time and devotion to next to Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
yep. Am I really ready for this to be over? Yes.
Yeah, exactly. My childhood will end here, and then my future kids will be kind of playing this if they get my PlayStation 4, which I guess they're not going to because it'll be the next hot commodity because PS4 won't be the big thing when they're born.
Yes.
Probably PS5 or 6,
So
interestingly.
many PS.
Exactly. And then I guess maybe PS6 will have no you can't you can finally do backwards compatibility, but you got to convert all your disk into data.
Hmm. All right.
That's a joke. I don't think they're going to do that.
I'm sorry. I was zoning out looking at things.
If you're zoning out, then I think this is time to put this baby to bed.
Cool.
Thank you for this part of this episode, which I don't know what's going to be titled. I'll figure it out later. But I hope you enjoyed our random conversations of being off script. I hope you enjoy this image, how everything somehow connects to Blaze Blue. Because
Yes.
it all connects to Blaze Blue because it's a good series, even though complicated.
Yep.
And the Once Upon a Time rules, which are more established in the earlier seasons before they just throw that shit out the window. And I think the writers need to be a little bit more better with it.
Yeah.
Next time, we may go into more depth episodes about like why Emma character kind of got broken by the end of the fourth season.
Which means that I
So
have to finish the fourth season.
yes, you do because this is I wanted to have a conversation about it with someone.
All right. I will hurry up.
Thank you. So I am Jeff, and this is Ben, and we will see you next time. Bye.